Dear colleagues, I am Dr. Anil Shah from Suryakanta Eye Hospital, Nandurbar. Today I am presenting you a grade 5 brown cataract. It is challenging to the phaco and also the other methods of SICS. This is my snare which I am using for this technique. Transconjunctival tunnel incision is made with 2.8 millimeter keratom. Then a tunnel is made with the crescent blade. Inner incision is wider than outer incision. Now the entry capsule is stained with refined blue staining. The dye is removed. Now with 26 gauge bend needle, capsulotomy is done. A big capsulotomy is tried to perform about 5.5 millimeter because the nucleus is also a very big nucleus. This is a capsulorhexis which is performed. This is an adequate size of capsulorhexis which has been done. Now the incision is extended with 2.8 millimeter keratom. The inner incision is 5.5 millimeter and the outside is 4.5 millimeter. With hydrodissection and hydrodilation, nucleus is prolapsed into the anterior chamber. With the Sinskey hook, it is slowly nudged and dialed in the anterior chamber. See, this is a brown black leathery cataract which is occupying whole of the anterior chamber. Now viscous is filled all around, above, below and in the angle of the anterior chamber so as to make the nucleus free floating. Without free floating, there should be no attachment. Now important step is here. Make the loop smaller than the size of the incision while entering into the tunnel. As you enter the tunnel, you enlarge the loop by uh, pushing the handle so that the loop gets enlarged, and then you pull the handle for bisection. The beauty is that while pulling the handle, the loop gets constricted. So the loop doesn't come in contact with endothelium or posterior capsule. The loop comes in contact with endothelium or posterior capsule only while entering, while other time it doesn't come in contact with any structure. So you don't get any damage to the endothelium. Now this is another section done. The loop size is made smaller when entering into the tunnel. As it crosses the tunnel, the loop is made larger and then it is bisected. So here you get a three section of a very hard nucleus. These nucleus are matted, so they are separated by a visco. Now each fragment is removed by thin long McPherson forceps. The long McPherson forceps is very good for removing such type of nucleus. While using the McPherson forceps, depress the lower lip of the inner incision and the pole of the nucleus should be above the inner lip of the incision, and then it should be taken out with the McPherson forceps. If the upper pole goes below the wound or the inner lip, then the nucleus may go into the angle and then you have to remove it in a pieces. So always see that the pole of the nucleus, upper pole of the nucleus should be above the inner lip of the incision. Inner lip is depressed by forceps. Now there is hardly any cortical material seen. Cortical wash is given with irrigation. With bimanual IO, residual cortex is removed. Foldable IOL is implanted in the back. The foldable IOL, you can see this IOL is in well centered. Chamber is well formed. This is my snare which I am using for bisecting and trisecting. Now you see the first post-operative day. The patient's cornea is bright, clear. There is hardly any traumatic keratitis. This is a Master's Guide for Small Lesion Cataract Surgery book published in the year 2010, where I have written a chapter on modified snare and new foldable lens for SICS. Thank you very much for your kind attention.